What if I told you that the turmoil we've seen on Love and Hip Hop Atlanta season 13 isn't even the half of it? Nope. The actual tea has been brewing off camera, where the wigs are grabbed. The group discussions are on fire, and one cast member simply walked out as if she were leaving a bad job at Walmart. Yep, Yandy Smith Harris stated, "I am not filming with that." The woman is none other than Erica Mena, the queen of chaos. So, what happened? Did someone be slapped during a private dinner party? Did the DMs leak? Did Mendy C's forget who his wife was for 5 minutes? According to insiders, there were screenshots, screams, and a scene so spicy that VH1 removed it like Shady X did before being caught. So buckle up, because we're about to deconstruct the brutal betrayal that caused Yandy to cancel scenes, allegedly break NDAs, and drive the whole production team into an emotional support group. This isn't simply reality television anymore. It's reality trauma and infant. The receipts are nuclear. So let's rewind the tape quickly, because this isn't your typical Love and Hip Hop breakup. This is premium grade season destroying. The production team is scrambling. At the center of it all is Yandy Smith Harris, who appears unconcerned yet is apparently ready to burn down the entire set. Erica Mena is sipping controversy like it's a morning detox tea. Now, we all know Erica isn't new to chaos. This is the same woman who has fought castmates, dragged her ex-husbands online, and elevated baby daddy drama to an art form. And Yandy was meant to be the mature one, the wife, the activist, the company owner girl who doesn't do petty things. But baby, when the betrayal hit, she folded her arms, looked at the producers, and declared, "I'm out. I'm not filming. Not now. Not ever. Especially not with her." So, what really happened? According to sources, it all started off camera, because, of course, it did. Not during a reunion recording, not even a green screen confessions. No, ma'am. This transgression had the audacity to occur when no one was watching. Private cast meal, no producers, just wine glasses, phony chuckles, and one phone that appears to be full of disaster. Erica Mena allegedly pulled out her phone in the middle of supper, as if to show off her children. But now she demonstrated something different. Screenshots. And not just any screenshot. Oh no, these were private messages between Mendy C's. Yes, Yandy's spouse and a random mystery woman, whom Erica said had contacted her. Pause. What? So not only is Erica out here, reportedly holding her sips, but she also acts like Nancy Drew in Fashion Nova. Apparently, this woman informed Erica that Mendy C's had been sneaking into her DMs behind Yandy's back. And instead of minding her business like a decent cast member, Erica, she took it upon herself to show the other women. Mind you, Yandy was not even present. She hadn't seen the screenshots firsthand, but baby, whispers spread faster than Mona Scott's editing staff. By the next morning, everyone on the set knew. Yandy arrived at the shoot looking as if someone had insulted her mother and stolen her tax money. According to insiders, Yandy said little. She did not have to. She strolled into set like a storm cloud, and Chanel caught Mendy C's attention, pulled him aside, and had what insiders characterize as a very quiet, very deadly talk. You understand the type. There was no yelling, just a tone that indicated someone was about to be left on read for a month. Meanwhile, Mendy C's had his hands up, attempting to explain himself. Classic isn't what it seems, like energy. However, it appears that it did not work. Yandy wasn't just upset. She was done talking, recording, and breathing the same air as Erica. And then it happened, the shutdown. Yandy gave the producers death stares. The Ian said, "I'm not filming with her like at all. Not today. Not in this season. Not in any multiverse where Erica exists." Now, production, bless their hearts, assumed this was simply another cast tantrum. You know, let her a few hours to simmer down. Maybe throw in an extra check, and the situation is averted. However, Yandy was not bluffing. She fled the set without waiting for her car, grabbed her belongings, and dipped like someone yelled fire. And the crew left standing there, as if someone had disconnected the entire season's storyline. Here's where things become even more exciting. It turns out there was a scene. Oh, and they did roll the cameras because someone in production decided, let's capture this chaos in 4000. According to reports, Yandy and Erica had a full-blown altercation. And by full-blown, I mean explosive. Consider flipping tables, heated voices, and security on standby. Insiders Yandy strolled in, gazed at Erica, and asked a simple question. Why would you do that? And Erica, oh, she allegedly smirked and remarked, I figured you'd want to avoid chili. That's when the room became frigid. According to sources, Yandy sprang up and briefly appeared to lunge across the table. But security intervened before it became physical. The cameras were rolling the entire time, and the audio, according to a leaked report, was crystal clear. Here's the kicker. The complete scene never aired. Like VH1, I pulled it out of the edit like nothing happened. Not for pacing or drama buildup, but because the network was reportedly afraid. Why? Because this wasn't some manufactured beef about who slept. With whom were you in 2015? This was truly messy, marriage-destroying, turmoil. And if they aired it, they risked lawsuits, reputational harm, and of course, Yandy's permanent departure from the show. Instead, they kept it secure and altered it out, turned to commercial, inserted a voiceover describing escalating tensions between the ladies, and prayed no one noticed. Of course, we noticed. Fans began asking questions. Why hasn't Yandy Erica has any scenes this season? Why do all of the group dinners seem strangely cropped? Why does it appear that someone was digitally deleted from the shot? Let's not forget about social media, because the internet never sleeps. Within 48 hours of the release, blogs erupted, Twitter threads erupted, TikTok users were analyzing down freeze frames and camera angles as if it were a Zapruder film. One person even commented, you can see Yandy's shadow in the scene, but she's not there like WH. Meanwhile, Yandy and Erica remain mute. No tweets, no clapbacks, just Instagram stories about skincare regimes and motivation. Quotes. The quiet just heightened the drama. Then came the viral story, the one the so-called insider revealed, which explained everything. The screenshots, the dinner, the confrontation, the scene that was never shown. It appeared out of nowhere, and fans went crazy. According to the article, producers met privately with both women and attempted to mediate the situation. Yandy reportedly informed them, I don't film with people who come from my marriage. Erica, on the other hand, shrugged, stated she didn't regret anything, and walked away. And if that seems like the end, oh baby, we're just getting warmed up. Because as soon as that article got viral, production was scurrying not only to alter the storyline, but the entire season. So, bang, the viral article went live. VH1 executives virtually did a backflip to crisis mode. Phones were ringing, emails were pouring, and production was sweating like a vegan at a Texas BBQ because it was no longer simply Yandy vs. Erica.it was the Interant vs. Love and Hip Hop. Fans demanded answers. Where is the footage? Why are you protecting Erica? Why is Yandy being wiped like this is? Avengers Endgame and behind the scenes? Phew, that was sheer panic. Producers had emergency meetings. And no, I am not being theatrical. One insider described it as a code red incident. They were attempting to figure out how to save a complete season when one of the lead cast members abruptly disappeared mid-shoot and refused to even be in the same zip code as her co-star. Remember, Yandy wasn't just a background character. She was the show's glue, storyline anchor, and the mature lady energy it required. Without her, they were left with Spice yelling, Scrappy perplexed, and Erica performing cartwheels in a burning building. So what did they do? They begged gently and professionally, but begged nonetheless. Yandy allegedly received a bonus package, aka hush money wrapped in glitter. We're talking about extra checks, creative control, and even editorial input. Basically, they said to show up, speak one line, we'll CGI Eric out if necessary. Yandy remained indifferent, and Sis just gave them blank silence and a side-eye emoji. Meanwhile, Erica was allegedly enjoying the attention. She would show up on set as if nothing had happened. All glammed up, she asked producers, so, who's filming with me today? As if she didn't just destroy someone's marriage for fun and laughter. Here's where things get completely insane. Boom will be the nickname given to him by an unidentified crew member. McBobby apparently production was compelled to re-edit entire episodes only to keep Yandy and Eric out of the same sequences. One episode had to be removed totally since no amount of filters or sound effects could mask the tension. Then followed the non-disclosure agreements. Phew. Multiple cast members, including Erica and Yandy, were reportedly given new non-disclosure agreements. The message, it was evident. If you say anything about what actually happened, you're done. Lawsuit City. Goodbye. Confessional checks. But let's get real. When has an NDA ever prevented tea from spilling? Because, guess what? Another source, a stylist on site, stated that the tension was so intense that the hair and makeup rooms had to be separated. Yandy gets the west trailer, while Erica gets the east. No exclusions. Like, this was a divorce custody struggle over hair gel. And don't get me started on what Mendy sees. After the entire screenshot meal leak disaster, he vanished from set like a wizard. Poof, gone. No interviews, no green screen, just Instagram lives about fitness and growth, as if he wasn't at the center of nuclear meltdown. But supposedly, Mendy was in talks with a rival network. Yep. While Yandy fought to safeguard her brand, Mendy sees secretly shopping a solo doa series about parenting, atonement, life after love, and hip-hop. One producer dubbed it damage control disguised as a spin-off. So, while fans were asking, is Yandy okay? Mendy Sees was apparently out here attempting to turn the scandal into a soft focus YouTube series. The arrogance is just a chef's kiss. Meanwhile, public opinion was polarized like a terrible BBL. On one side, you had Team Yandy loyalists who were like, she's a queen. She deserves peace. Protect her energy at all costs. And then there was Team Erica, the chaos crew. The individuals she's keeping the show interesting. Don't hate the player, hate the editing. Even blogs became messy. One headline literally said, Erica Mena discloses Mendy sees, beaut is she the true villain? Another blog stated that Erica's screenshots were bogus. Yep, they claimed that the texts were modified, doctored, and even photoshopped using some sketchy DM software. Basically, it appears she framed Mendy for clout. Now that the timeline had been shaken, people began doing their own investigations, as if this were a Reddit crime post. People were zooming into timestamps, scrutinizing text sizes, and comparing emoji placements as if they were deciphering federal secrets. One TikToker even claimed that this message employs the iOS 14 bubble style, yet Mendy was using Android at the time. So, who are these people? But then the biggest shock dropped. A new leak from someone apparently inside. VH1 Legal revealed that production, and yet, it is not over. Because just when you thought things couldn't get messier, legal docs emerged. Yes, you heard me. A fan blog gained access to what Yandy's lawyer appears to have submitted a redacted letter to VH1 threatening legal action if certain material was aired. The letter allegedly alleges mental anguish, slander by insinuation, and intentional infliction of drama by third-party cast members. Translation: Yandy's team was prepared to sue the entire franchise if they tried to play sweet with her marriage. So what did the network do? They blinked. And that's why the season feels like an Instagram highlight reel with no substance. They had the stake, but the legal fire alarm sounded before they could serve it. So, let's pick up right here. We left off with Yandy's legal team firing glitter-coated grenades at VH1's front door. Because redacted legal letters are more than simply a smack on the wrist. Nah, family. This was a straightforward declaration of war. Yandy essentially informed production, touch 1 second of that Erica footage and I'll own the next reunion stage, courtroom edition. But guess what? It did not stop there. Erica Mena, the queen of mayhem, reportedly clapped back. Yep. According to insiders close to her public relations team, she also consulted legal experts, not to back down but to demand equal camera time. End quote. Narrative balance, girl. Narrative. What now? Erica allegedly thought she was being transformed into the villain, as if she needed assistance and desired editorial protection in post-production. That means that every time she appeared unhinged on tape, her team wanted it softened, smoothed down, and repackaged, similar to a criminal requesting a filter before their mugshot. Meanwhile, the reunion episode features a few children. It was intended to be where everything burst, but it was canceled twice. First, there was an official cancellation, schedule issues, and unofficial reason, and no one showed up. Yandy stated that she would not film if Erica was present in the building. Erica stated that she would not film unless she had first chair and a private dressing room. Spice apparently stated that she had a tour emergency with producers. They were left with 4 backup cast members and an intern, holding cue cards. They tried again 2 weeks later. Still no luck. This time, Carly Red got into a shouting match with the Glam Squad, and Little Scrappy fled, stating he had another booking. He was not about to sit on a couch as World War VH1 erupted on set. Then came the leak. Baby, let me tell you about the reunion script leak, because when it hit the blogs, pandemonium. Someone in the editing room allegedly revealed the complete overview of the reunion's initial plans. And let me tell you, they were looking for blood. Here are only a few of the bullet points from the leaked script. Erica would confront Yandy about concealed receipts. Mendy was intended to make a surprise entrance by a Zoom girl. Zoom, a never-before-seen direct message from a common friend, would be revealed live on air. The final segment features Yandy stepping off stage in Tarja. They had everything planned up like a Marvel ending, but no one agreed to appear for the scene because real life isn't a script. And when the legal threats begin, the reality TV magic transforms into a full-fledged nightmare. But do you want to know the strangest part? VH1 allegedly canceled the full reunion episode, gone buried, as if it never existed. There were no trailers, teasers, or crowd taping, so they substituted it with a clip presentation. Yes, it's a lame, repeated best of season 13 montage narrated by a random voiceover actor with no excitement. Fans were outraged. Social media has turned into an inferno. People were tweeting things like, "We waited all season for the reunion and got a PowerPoint presentation. This is not love and hip-hop, but lies and Hulu filler content." My personal favorite, Yandy vs. Erica, deserves a courtroom rather than a clip presentation. Here's the kicker. Insiders now believe that season 14 is on shaky ice. Like, ice so thin that it's mostly water. Several cast members reportedly refused to sign new contracts until they understood how the network was handling the Erica vs. Yandy scenario. One source stated many people are afraid. They watched how quickly things went this season, and no one wants to be next in line of fire, since the ripple effect is tremendous. Sierra is reportedly in talks with another reality show. Carly Red is she's pitching her own chaotic spin-off, Red Flags. I cannot. Erica is reportedly selling a tell-all book called Reality Rewritten and Yandy. She has been seen in quiet meetings with drum rolls. Please, Pluzy, yes. The streets are talking that Bet Plus is creating a docuseries on Black brilliance, parenthood, and life after fame. And who is rumored to be the lead? Miss Yandy Smith Harris. Bet producers reportedly stated that we want the truth fresh, unedited, and classy. Basically, LHHATL and Yandy. She's eager to talk on her own terms with her receipts without Erica attempting to sneak screenshots into the group discussion. So, how does this leave love and hip-hop in shambles? Baby, season 13 began with promise, new stories, familiar faces, and some repeated drama with new contours. However, because to one treachery, with bombshells and a slew of lawyers, the show suddenly resembles the inside of a blender. Here's the actual tea. Fans saw a 20%